I'm just acting Chicallywood.
How do you deal with a director that's just being a total ass? You are terrible right now.
Yeah.
You are terrible. Or I'm seeing crazy shit out like that's super inappropriate. Like,
Yeah.
how do you deal with that?
Oh, why you always gotta get me in trouble, Blaze?
Hey, because the people want to know, because this is the reality of being in this industry. But so we're arming you with
Too soon, man.
we're arming you with the appropriate information on how to deal with these situations.
Fair enough. So with me, I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of mentors in my life, right? When traversing this industry. One of them is chew the meat, spit out the bones, right? Not everything is always personal. If it is always personal, might want to check with yourself first, right? Because there are a lot of actors, you will hear a lot of actors are very sensitive. They're very emotional. They care about their craft a lot, which is true. But with me, I can be very emotional. I can be very particular about my craft, and I don't like when people are critiquing it. However, there's a discipline there that I have that allows him to say, you know what? I might be wrong. Let me hear what he has to say. If everything he's saying is wrong, okay, whatever. One ear out the other. Not a huge deal. They may not make a scene because at the end of the day, this is still a business arrangement. This is still a professional setting.
Right.
I still want to look good at the end of the day when this film is done. Like I don't want this director saying anything bad about me when I leave.
Right.
So you want to be able to keep your emotions in check with that. But if there is a conversation to be had where things are just getting too disrespectful, for the life of me, keep it off social media. For the life of me. And you know how, man, there are so many people who like they go on this whole kick about how be a grown woman, be a grown man, be adults about this kind of stuff. But they act like children on the professional setting, in the workplace, really. Airing somebody out because they feel offended. There's always a conversation to be had. Right. Misunderstandings are always gonna happen. They still happen to this day. Yeah. Like with me, like I'm always getting caught out for something that I probably just don't understand.
Yeah.
But if I do feel like there's something that needs to be, talked about, have a private conversation, phone call, find a quiet corner. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But for some reason, I think sometimes the notion that actors are sensitive, some actors take that saying to heart and they wear like a badge of honor saying, yeah, I'm sensitive, watch what you say. And it's like, no, like sometimes some actors do need to get that life lesson of just being critiqued. We're in the business of being critiqued. Like, we get rejected all the time. I don't know why it's so hard to just get critique about something because it's only going to make you better.
You know the difference between being critiqued and you're just being hated on.
Exactly. And some people they can't delineate the difference. Like if you're going to talk about my craft, my question is, okay, tell me what's wrong. What did I do incorrectly? And if they can get into that, then cool. I'll be like, okay, I'll make the adjustment. Yeah. But if I ask the question and they can't answer that, but all they can do is just talk about how stupid my sweater looks and how dumb my face looks and how you don't like the way I speak or things like that, and you're gunning on me, okay, now you're being insulting. Now I'm going to have to go, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it's never really that personal. It's usually always just, I want what I want. You're not giving it to me. I ask, okay, can you show me how to get there or show me what I'm doing wrong, and I might probably make the adjustment. And it may take 5 or 10 minutes of just not shooting anything or rehearsing anything to kind of just workshop it out. I know directors that are great with that kind of communication. I know some that suck at it. But I think for the actor's sake, you want to be able to find the discipline to just chew the meat, spit out the bones. If you want to cry about it, do it at home, do it to your friends when nobody's watching, because being blacklisted is the worst curse you can ever deal with in this industry, right? Because word gets around, especially with somebody who has a lot more influence than you. Like you want to be able to come off being great to work with, being cool to just be coached, you know what I mean? But you don't want to be that person that's just, I can't talk to him or I can't talk to her because, too many of that happening, especially in the city. And it hurts me because there's so much talent out here and a lot of them hold themselves back because they just can't get critiqued. They can't get coached. Like somebody want to say something to them about how you're not giving it to me and they take it completely left. And it's like, no, but he's trying to say like you giving too much or you're not giving enough. And this and they get into their background and the documentaries about how I come from this, that, and the third. Like it matters. And it's really just, you gotta have that discipline to be coached. Like it's okay. I mean, we're actors. We're here to take direction.
Yeah.
Take the direction. Don't make it into a huge thing.
That's a dope point of view. And the one important thing that I also took from that is keep it off social media.
Keep it off social media for the life of me, G. Like, like, oh my God, I think there's 3 actors that I know in the city that have done something like that. And mind you, they may have been right.
Right.
But this director or producer that they're talking about has a lot of pull. They got a lot of people that they know. Like they may know a lot of people, but they know a lot of people, and they know a lot of people who have the money. You mess that up because you're trying to call yourself airing him out on social media. You don't know the kind of lawyers he has, you know, to take you to court, and you probably don't got no money to fight him in court.
Right.
You know, you can just kind of watch your mouth, and if it really is that deep, just talk to him. You know, I'm like, I save myself a lot of battles, and I don't have a lot of battles, mind you. But I've saved myself a lot of strife just talking to them and just having a conversation. It's rare when it happens, but when I do it, it's refreshing because it's like, you know, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
Maybe I did take things a little too personally. You know, you ain't so bad, so-and-so. Like, actually, you said something that was actually inspiring. I'm going to take that and work on my role and see what I can do with that. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's never that serious. And I don't know, man. People be sensitive.
Nah, I mean, that's dope, though. I like the insight because, like I said, we have different levels of actors that are going to watch this, and they're going to, you know, we have some that's starting out, some that's been in it, and you'd be surprised that some might not understand the dynamics of, yo, it's a time and place for everything. I mean, me having a music background, I know certain battles I want to take on, and certain battles is just like, it's not worth it, you know, because the one thing, I've never been a social media guy to sit there and say, hey, you know, let me tell you about such and so, let me tell you what they said, what they did, and I don't like them now. It's like, because that's not conducive, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to help the situation. But at the end of the day, I will look internally, and first I'll check myself and say, yo, did I do something wrong, or whatever the case may be? But then if I'm looking at it from a point of view where this is keep happening, then it's just like, okay, I could just put this energy into something else.
Right.
So, you know, that's a dope point of view to have, you know?
It's definitely a true testament to, you know, when people say stay humble, it's going to be a true testament to see how humble you actually are. You know, because you're going to hear some things that you're not going to like. You're going to be uncomfortable sometimes. But can you just take the critique? If it's wrong or right, whatever, can you still take the critique and not embarrass yourself? You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I mean, to me, it's not rocket science. You know, I think I've been blessed to be in a lot of favorable positions and get a lot of, like, my reputation in the city has been positive, mostly because I believe in those philosophies. Like, if I have a problem, I'm not going to make it public, right? I'm going to see if there really is a problem and I'm just taking it too seriously. Let's have a conversation like men, or men and women, whatever the case.
Right.
And, you know, I've had a lot of good success with that, right? Like, my ratio has been 98, 99% where you have a conversation. It's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? And if it is bad, just finish the project, get it out the way, and then say thanks for the opportunity, and just, you know, keep all that stuff to yourself, man. You don't want, just no, it's not worth it. It's
just keep it moving.
Yeah, man. It's just waste of space, waste of energy, you know?
So let me ask you this.
I'm just acting Chicallywood.